If God won't help you come out of that shame, God won't watch you get into that shame. If God won't help you come out of that difficulty, come out of that darkness and that situation you're in, God won't allow you to get into that situation. If God won't be able to save you from that pain, God won't allow you fall into that pain in the first place. So the reason why you are where you are today is because God is coming to take you back to where He made you to be. The reason why you find yourself in that situation is because God is coming to take you away from that situation. That's why He watched you and allowed you to get involved, because He's using it to train you to build your faith. So today you may find yourself around many things that looks very ungodly, look very unrighteous and all. You may have in abundance poverty. You may have in abundance a lot of failures and difficulties and trials in your life. But the reason why God allowed you to have that is because God also knows that He's going to take you out of that thing. So the reason why you fall into something is because God has another thing for you. Nothing can take you away from what God made for you. So the reason why you are there today is because God has everything you need at the end of that fight. When the trials and temptation, God actually allowed the devil to tempt Job because God knew He was going to give Job back what he would lost. So if God somehow believed that He wouldn't be able to restore the things you lost, He wouldn't allow you lose them. He wouldn't allow anything mix. He wouldn't allow you lose anything. So the reason why you lose something is because God knows that He will restore it back to you. Maybe your relationship with God is not really strong enough. And every time you want to live for God, the more you fall back to sin. Every time you want to pray, the more you get weak. As a matter of fact, when you want to pray, that's when you want to sleep the most. That's just the work of the devil to keep you away from God. That's why as a Christian, at some point you have to stop being a baby one. You have to, you have to get up and be responsible enough to say, well, this is who I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be playing around what God doesn't like, such as sin and unrighteousness. I have to stay with God and close every space that the devil will use to come into my life. I have to close the doors and whatever the enemy is going to use to, by simply, not by your own powers, by simply falling into God and stay there. A lot of people get into God, but they don't want to stay in God. That's why a lot of people have problems outside God. It's one thing for you to say, it's another thing for you to want to live in God. Saying it is good, but living in God is more powerful. So today, God says that the reason why you may be there is because He has everything to take you out of that place. So you don't have to bother yourself about where you are today. You don't have to kick yourself around and box yourself and somehow feel like God doesn't like you, God doesn't love you. No, He does. He does like you. He does love you and all. Sometimes God will allow pain. Sometimes God will allow trial. Sometimes God will allow a lot of miscarriages in your life, because God knows He will give you back the things you lost. Delay can never be a denier in the sight of God. There may be delay. The blessing can be delayed for years, months. Things can, may seem they're falling apart, and blessings may not be anywhere close to you and all. There's nothing about a life that is talking about you and is even close to you. They don't exist in the sight of the Lord. They may be there, they may be standing, but they can't live in God, because God doesn't live with unproductive things. So your life cannot be unproductive. That's why you're living in God, because you're productive. So if you're not having it now, that doesn't mean your life is not productive. The Bible says, be patient, wait, trust God. When you put your trust in yourself, you fail yourself at the end of the day. If you put your trust in me, you lose. If you put your trust in whatever people around you, they'll disappoint you, because a man can't give anything other than what he is. But if you look for God in a man, you have God. But when you look for man outside God, you have man. And whatever you have outside God often, result to a lot of challenges, a lot of pains, a lot of hardship, a lot of, and all. So that's God is calling you today to tell you that the reason why He allowed that pain is because He will also allow peace. I tell people that if the Lord knows that your life won't be better, you will not be here. It's hard to get people understand this faith. I'm talking to you, by faith. It's hard to get people understand that if God knew that your life won't have any meaning, won't have any purpose, God won't put you here. Everyone came into this world with a purpose, with one thing or the other. God wanted to fulfill a particular purpose. That's why you're here. So if the Lord has nothing to do with you, you won't be here. So God has something to do with you. That's why you're here. So if you're not having that thing, you're not seeing that thing, you're just in your training season. You're just in that part where God is actually trying to prepare you for that thing. You can have the victory on anyhow background. So God has to thoroughly purge every single thing and take care of your situation, build you, make you the way He wants, before He can put what He wants you to have in a place where He has made you to live. So you are not a loser, you are not a failure. You are just, God is just training you. He made you to carry you. He made you to lead you. So the reason why He allowed you to fall into that thing is because He will help you get out of it. If God won't help you, God won't allow you to fall. If God won't help you fall into, if God won't help you get out of that place you fall into, God won't even allow you to get there in the first place. So the reason why God allows you to fall into some things is because God wants to train you, and God will also help you get out. So don't feel bad. Don't look at whatever that is happening now, whatever that is going to happen after this and all. Just look at what God can do for you. Look at the things that God is able to do. Look at the ones that He has done and the ones He's going to do now. Your life is a productive life. Your life is a productive life, and God will give you in abundance the things that you're supposed to have. I pray this message bless you today, folks. I pray this message increase your faith, lift you up, keep you in the path of righteousness for His name's sake, because you are a child of success, not a child of a loser. God says you are a princess, you are a prince. So that means you have a king. To be a prince and a princess, your father must be a king, and you have a king, and God is your king. That's why God is your father, who is a king. That's why you're a princess. That's why you're a prince. So a prince can't eat anyhow food, and the princess cannot just. But what happened? The Bible said that the prodigal son one day went out from the wheel, went out from the success, went out from the plan, went out from everything. But when he came back, he was received. You see, no matter how far you've gone, no matter how far you've been, just come back. You see, you have a problem when you don't come back. If you can come back to the Lord, there's always Jesus to help you. There's always Jesus to save you. There's always Jesus to lead you. There's always that Jesus to correct you and to forgive you. So you don't have to be where you are. You just have to come back to where God wants you to be, just in Him. In Him. That's where God wants you to be, in Him. Not in yourself, not in people, but in Him. So may this message bring you success and peace and happiness. That's the purpose of it, just to lead you close to God. That's the only purpose of this message. If this message touched you today, folks, if you share it, if you subscribe, if you comment, or if you even like it, you help us to reach to millions of other brethren who may also need to hear this. Be blessed.